Hey everyone, welcome to This Explainer. Today we're taking something that usually feels like a massive, daunting chore, tax season, and turning it into a totally achievable, stress-free mission. Seriously, if you've been putting off your taxes just because it feels overwhelming, you are in exactly the right place. Let's get right into it. Okay, so let's address the elephant in the room. The immediate dread most of us salaried folks feel the second we hear the words tax filing. We instantly picture, mountains of paperwork, doing complicated math at the kitchen table, basically sacrificing a whole weekend just to get it over with. But what if I told you that perception is, well, it's actually completely wrong?
The reality is, if you're a regular salaried employee, meaning your income mostly comes from your paycheck and maybe a little bank interest, this whole thing is actually a 15 to 30-minute sprint, max. I mean, that is literally less time than it takes to watch a single sitcom episode.
So here is our game plan to get this done fast. We'll cover fast-tracking your taxes, checking are you eligible, gathering your tax arsenal, navigating the e-filing portal, and finally, avoiding common tax traps. Let's kick things off with Section 1, fast-track your taxes and the absolute magic of pre-filled data. Now, this is a fun fact. The official name for the ITR 1 form is Sahaj, which is a Hindi word that literally translates to easy. And look, that's not just some clever marketing gimmick. It's actually a really great reminder that this specific tax form is fundamentally built to help you, the taxpayer, cut through the red tape with as little friction as possible. Moving right along to Section 2, are you eligible? Let's figure out who actually gets to use this fast track. You can use ITR 1 if you're a resident individual with a total income of up to 50 lakh rupees. But you gotta pay attention to the specific categories here. That income has to come from a salary or pension, maybe income from 1 or 2 house properties, basic interest from your savings, eligible long-term capital gains, or minor agricultural income that's under 5,000 rupees. If your financial life fits neatly into those boxes, you are absolutely good to go. But, and this is crucial, you really need to know the deal breakers. You cannot use this form, meaning no Sahaj Fast Track for you, if you have business or professional income, any foreign assets or foreign income, short-term capital gains, or if your total income goes even a single rupee over that strict 50 lakh threshold. If any of those apply, actually you'll just need to use a different form. All right, on to Section 3, gathering your tax arsenal. Let's meet your trusted sidekicks. Think of these documents as your squad doing all the heavy lifting. First, you've got Form 16 from your employer. This tracks your salary and your TDS, or tax deducted at source. Then, there's your Annual Information Statement, or AIS, and your Taxpayer Information Summary, the TIS. These basically track your whole financial footprint, everything the tax department already knows about you. And finally, Form 26AS, which is essentially your official receipt for the taxes you've already paid. You're also going to want to round out your arsenal with the absolute basics. We're talking your PAN and Aadhaar cards, your current bank account details, interest certificates from your bank so you can declare that extra bit of income, and of course, any investment proofs if you are planning to stick with the old tax regime. Section 4, navigating the e-filing portal. Let's do a step-by-step execution. The portal's layout is actually super logical. Once you log in, you just hit e-file and click Income and Tax Returns. From there, select the correct assessment year, choose online mode, identify yourself as an individual, and finally, pick ITR1 Sahaj. Boom, you are officially inside the form. And guys, this is where the real magic happens. This is what saves you so much time. Most of your details, they're already sitting there, totally pre-filled. Your personal info, your employer details, your salary, the TDS deducted, it is all populated for you. Honestly, your main job here is really just cross-checking and verifying that data against the Form 16 you grabbed earlier. Now this brings us to the biggest fork in the road, choosing between the old regime and the new regime. If you go with the old regime, you get to enter all those eligible deductions, Section 80C for your PF and LIC, 80D for medical insurance, or 80TTA for savings interest. But if you choose the new regime, remember, a lot of those deductions are simply off the table, and you're looking at completely different tax slabs. So you absolutely must review your choice carefully before moving forward. Once you've got your regime sorted, the final execution steps are an absolute breeze. You just add in any extra interest or house property income, then verify the taxes you've already paid, like your advance or self-assessment tax, by matching them against your AIS and Form 26AS. Once everything matches up perfectly, just let the portal do its thing and auto-calculate your final tax liability or your refund. Just be sure to review it all carefully on the preview screen. Okay, please pay attention because this is a crucial point that so many first-timers completely miss. Hitting submit is not enough. I'll say it again. Your mission is not over until you successfully verify your return. If you skip this verification, it is literally as if you never filed at all. No way around it.
But thankfully, you don't have to physically mail anything in anymore. E-verifying is instant, and it's totally painless. You can knock out this final mandatory step using a simple Aadhaar OTP sent straight to your phone. Or you can log in through net banking, use a DMAT account, or a bank account electronic verification code, which is really just another OTP sent to your bank-registered mobile number. Pick whichever one is easiest for you and lock it in.
And we've made it to the final stretch, Section 5, Avoiding Common Tax Traps. Let's run through our finish line checks. You want to avoid these common traps at all costs. Do not, I repeat, do not blindly trust the pre-filled data without matching it to your Form 16. Always remember to include your bank interest because, trust me, the tax department definitely knows about it. Never ignore what your AIS and Form 26AS say. Double check that you haven't accidentally clicked the wrong tax regime. And please, like we literally just talked about, do not forget to e-verify. So think about it. The heavy lifting is done, the system is designed to be Sahaj or easy, and your pre-filled data is sitting on the portal right this second, waiting to do the hard work for you. With all this knowledge in your arsenal, you are totally ready to beat the deadline and claim your 15 minutes of tax filing victory. But here is the real question to leave you with. Once you've saved all this time and streamlined your taxes, what's your next move for actually growing the wealth you just protected?